Hello, I am Dr. Vishal Rao. I am a head and neck surgeon at Healthcare Global HCG Cancer Center at Bangalore. I am here to talk today on my device that we have invented on the voice prosthesis. So, to tell you all a little brief on this particular device, this device is a device that gives speech to patients who have got throat cancer and have had their voice box removed. Now in India, it is estimated that around 20 to 25,000 new cases of throat cancer are seen each year. Now the first time that you get throat cancer, there is a first attempt to save the voice box, that means at early stages, stage 1, stage 2, you give radiotherapy to protect the voice box, and in stage 3 you give chemo with radiotherapy and yet protect the voice box. But unfortunately, when it comes to stage 4, you end up removing this voice box. Now what happens is that in India, 80% of our population lives in villages, lives in the rural and in the suburban areas. So it is them who actually present late to the cancer center because of delay in diagnosis, and lot of the times end up in stage 4, which means removing the voice box. Now majority of them belong to the poor background and hence may not be able to sometimes afford the presently available Western prostheses, which may cost between 20 to 35,000 rupees. I'll take a second here to describe on what exactly was the history of this particular innovation. So way back in 1935, first Dr. Joseph Beck gave in one of the reports that they published in Laryngoscope that after removing of the throat cancer and removing the voice box of the patient, they noticed that it was one patient of theirs who, out of frustration of life that he couldn't speak, took a heated ice pick and stabbed himself at the throat, and that moment, rather than dying, he started to speak. Now this itself was a big revelation that if you connect the hole between the lung or the air pipe and the food pipe, you will see that through the lung the air will go into the food pipe, and the food pipe can vibrate and create sounds like that of the lung, like that of the voice box. Now with this particular discovery, there was one problem, that food could enter into the lungs or the air pipe. So based on that, more than 10-12 devices were worked out, which actually tried to create good quality speech, preventing food to fall into the lungs, and some modifications to stabilize the prosthesis to give it a long life and stability at the position in which you keep it. Ours is yet another device that we invented over the last 8 years of experience on how we could see that we could give good quality speech at a better durability with the world's best quality and at the most minimal price that we feel that every patient could speak. Now why did we think about this? This is because I think and we believe that speech is more of a right than a privilege. Speech actually helps sustain the basic life force. Speech is a right to freedom, a right to justice, a right to dignity. So why should speech be only given as a privilege to a few? And in India, it is so important that every single person, speech communication is a vital life force. Several patients come and tell me, sir, what is the point in living when I can't communicate or speak? So that is the importance our society gives to speech and communication. And these patients were bereft of this particular quality which nature provided to them from birth for free without charging them anything, because they were not able to afford a particular prosthesis. So we've done some modifications, some amount of interesting innovations which we've added into this particular device. We filed our patents for it, and we hope that this is going to help several thousands of people across this country who can't afford these speech devices because they are from the poor background. We also hope to get better quality of this device and able to help more amount of people. We've named this particular prosthesis as the Om Voice Prosthesis purely because this particular prosthesis is something that we use to generate sound. Now for me, sound was when the primeval sound was actually uttered, they say that it was Om, A-U-M. Now the A part signifies creation, the U part signifies sustenance, and the M part signifies annihilation. When these three come together, they actually bring together the principles of creation and the universe together. And thus, when a patient loses his voice box and speaks again, for him it's that Om that reverberates, that primeval sound through which he offers the first sound that he creates as an offering to his God. It may be Allah, it may be Amen, it may be Om, but it signifies a sound that comes out of him as an offering, as a thanksgiving to that divine Lord who has given him this rebirth of a voice. So this was a small dedication, and this reflected our intention on how we wanted to reach out to our patients and make a difference. So that is how we came up with this particular device.
ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅಂತ ವಿಶಾಲರಾವು ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಸರ್.
ಮಾತಾಡೋಕೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಉಂಟಾ?
ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ.
ಊಟ ನುಂಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಈಗ? ಉಗುಳು ನುಂಗುವಾಗ
ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಉಗುಳು ನುಂಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು.
ಓಕೆ.
The main intention behind creating these processes was to blend the world's best quality materials with the best innovations in the current era with the most affordable price at which somebody could reclaim his rights to speech. So we've presently priced it at rupees 50, less than $1, so that every patient eligible to speak should avail it and reap the benefits of these processes, and then in his own small way make a difference to the society by serving it better. Thank you.